All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Good evening, everyone, and this is a great week for the full count because this week it's opening day for baseball. On Thursday, opening day. Whoa, we got some claps going on, and man, Yoel, I can't tell. Are you a Yankees fan or Mets fan? What?
I know.
It depends who's playing.
You guys have been killing me for weeks about this black and white Mets hat. I know.
All righty. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm ready for baseball. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Can't wait to hear the crack of the bat.
Oh, yes. And to my left, we got none other than the Philly fanatic, Felix. How you doing, man?
Yo, what up? Can't wait. Thursday. Woo!
Are you actually going to the game?
Allowing 8,800 fans. Sold out within minutes. So it is what it is.
Yeah, have you seen what they're doing on StubHub, man? The prices are it's crazy what's going on with StubHub and the seats right now. It's insane.
Yeah. And people will pay it.
They will.
Not this guy.
Well, yeah, the Mariners are still trying to sell their first ticket, so no worries there. So up above to my left, we got none other Brenda Herrera. How are you doing, good sir?
Hey, I'm doing good. Just like you guys, I can't wait for opening day. A couple days away. Let's go.
I know, like I think March is a great month for sports because
Christmas time.
It pretty much you got the March Madness going on. I mean, in hockey and basketball, they're jockeying for like the playoff positions and
my birthday.
And birthdays. Awesome. 2 awesome birthdays, by the way. And
that's right. It was your birthday too. That's right. Yeah.
Yep. I'm a young spring buck. What can I tell you? So I know earlier before spring training came out, a whole bunch of people came out with projections for the MLB, the wins and losses. We're gonna go over that for a little bit on that one. So we're gonna probably just go through each of these divisions and see what we think where these teams are gonna land. So I want to actually start in the NL West. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
So I want to start with the Dodgers because they're predicted to win about 105 games. I want to start with you, Felix, on this one. With the Dodgers, do you think they can actually squeak out more than 105, maybe 117?
No way, man. No way.
Really?
No way. No. They'll be lucky to hit 100. I doubt it. There's no way. I didn't even really look what Vegas put on there. Vegas is pretty much on point. That's why they always win. But I'll definitely take the under on that.
Okay. Wow. Brandon, what do you think about the Dodgers?
Well, I said it earlier today, and Nate can quote me on it. Dodgers, I see them breaking the Major League record for most wins.
No.
I'm sorry. I know who holds it, but I say 112.
Wow.
112?
Yeah.
All right, Yoel. Who holds the MLB record?
Would be the Seattle Mariners. right?
I think I heard you right. Yes, that is the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Last year they were actually, if they played a full season, they were projected to win 116 last year. But yeah, I'll take the under. I think it's 104.5 right now or something like that. If I was going to Vegas or sportsbook, I'd bet the under on that for sure. Yeah, 100 wins is a lot. To go 162, yeah, you got to stay healthy, have no pitching issues, everything like that. So yeah, I take the under.
I'm actually gonna take. They're gonna tie it. That's what I'm gonna take.
Ooh,
that's
a good line too.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Maybe I will talk to the wife, see if I could bet some money on that. Wish me luck. But I just have a feeling that they can do it. And also, did you guys read that David Price is not in the rotation?
Yeah, yes. I saw that. That's crazy.
Trade bait.
Yep, and I take it Nate's is I think he's going to go for 104 games for the Dodgers with that comment right there. So with that, stay in the NL. I want to go kind of on the team that is going to that we're going to probably predict that going to be in the last place, which is the Colorado Rockies. And I think they're around 66 games. I'm going to go with Brandon, what do you think of the Rockies? Are they going to be over or under?
I think they might slide a little. What'd you say, 66?
Yeah, about 66 games.
Yeah, I see them coming a game or two above that. So they'll be right around there.
Right around there? All right, Felix, what do you think? Where are the Rockies going to head?
I don't see any team losing more than 100 games, so I'll take the over.
Take the over? All right. Yeah. All right. Of course, Nate.
Nate's faithful to those Rockies, yeah.
Nate's hot take.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna agree with Nate. I'm gonna go 70. Yeah, I think they'll definitely hit the over. Yeah, as Felix just said, to lose 100 games is tough. Although there might be a team in the NL Central who might do that when we get there. But yeah, Colorado, I mean, they should win 70 games, in that division because, the top is so strong and the other three teams are going to beat each other up. So they should be able to get 70 out of that. Yeah.
All right. Well, this question is kind of directed to you, UL. Do you think anybody could break the Mets losing record of 120 games?
Wow.
No. That was a crazy 1962. They were basically made up of. I mean, it was like the Cleveland Indians in Major League, except it wasn't fiction; it was real. So yeah. I mean, we're not in that division yet, Nate. But the Pirates they might get close. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the over under is in the Pirates, so we'll see what that is.
All right. So I'm actually going to go over, or actually. Yeah, I'm going to go over on the Colorado Rockies, about 2 games with them. But I think maybe during the trade deadline that it's going to tank because, Brandon, you got something behind you about to attack you.
Oh, yeah. My fat cat.
Yeah, so I'm taking about 68 games for the Rockies, but I believe that they're going to trade their corner pieces away because that's what they're good at. All right, we're going to continue with the NL. We're going to go on the NL Central right here. Let's go with the St. Louis Cardinals. They're looking about 90 games. What is your take on that?
Ooh, St. Louis at 90. That's a tough one. In that division, well, Pittsburgh's going to be terrible. So Pittsburgh, I mean, what's the over-under on Pittsburgh? Do you have that?
There are about 57 games to win.
Okay, well, I would definitely take the under on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a minor league baseball team. They are terrible. So considering Pittsburgh's in that division, St. Louis 90. Can they win 92? No, I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna go under. Yeah, they might win about 88, 89, but it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I don't know. They might push on that, but yeah. So if there was a half point leaning, that might be easier. But a straight 90, yeah, I would go under.
Yeah, I think that's gonna probably be the tightest race. Probably one of the tightest races that there are gonna be because you got Milwaukee there and Chicago. Brandon, what is your take on the Cardinals?
I got the Cardinals under, but like you all said, couple games. And an earlier hot take, I have Pittsburgh breaking the record. I think they're going to lose a lot of games this year.
Well, you heard it here first.
Mark the tape. Mark the tape.
Oh, we got it twice now. So
Wow. Nate's over here saying 35 and Cardinals at 97. Wow. Do you agree with that, Felix? Do you agree with Nate on this one? Pittsburgh winning 35 games and Cardinals 97?
I don't agree with the Cardinals point because they got sort of an older team. Wainwright's still pitching. Yadier Molina's still there. So you're going to have to be playing a lot of backups a lot of the time. They're not going to play Arenado every game. They're just not. But I see them winning somewhere between 85 and 89, something like that.
I think the biggest thing with the Cardinals is Arenado not playing in Colorado anymore. If you looked at his numbers the last couple of years, his numbers away are so much lower than they were home. So now he's got to really prove that he can hit. And that ballpark is not really a hitter's park anymore. It used to be, but they've changed it. It's not much of a hitter's park anymore. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I didn't even put that into account with that because Colorado is pretty much a hitter's ballpark because a base hit is a home run in that ballpark right there.
Right.
So we could all agree that Pittsburgh is going to probably be in the – actually, my take – I forgot to do my take. I'm going to say that the Cardinals are going to be under this year. I just don't think – I think something is going to break down somewhere in the midseason with injuries. I just have that feeling with that one. But with Pittsburgh, I'm going to actually go with under with them. I think they're going to win under 50 games, but not – they're going to win more than 35 games. You will. What's your take on that one?
I'm going under. If Pittsburgh hits 50, they'll be lucky. I mean, if they hit 50 wins, they're going to be lucky. They are not good. I mean, if you read every publication, you watch everything that's been going on, and they are no. it's gonna get ugly really fast out in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, definitely. Felix, what's your take on the?
What's the Pirates number?
I think it was 57.
No, that's way under. Yeah, that's even. It's hard to talk about a team losing more than 100 games, but it's sadly it's probably going to happen. So put your money against Pittsburgh. That's your best bet.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
Every
Brandon.
game.
Brandon, what's your take?
yeah, I'm going way under. Like I said, I think they're going to set the major league record for losses. So that's my hot take.
All right.
That's
Well,
pretty good.
if Brandon has blinged out headphones by the end of the year, we know he bet Pittsburgh in the under.
I do have a futures bet out there, but it's not with Pittsburgh. So
well, do tell. Come on, you can't give that. You got to give that away a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, I picked the 6 division winners on a $5 bet to pay me about 8 something. So
All right. Is there a sports book out in Minnesota or?
actually, it's in Iowa. So one of the casinos has a sport book. So
Oh, okay. As you work for a casino, that's right. Cool,
Yep.
awesome.
Nice. All right, we're gonna head over to the NL East with this one. So they're actually projecting Atlanta 93 wins and the New York Mets 86 wins, and believe it or not, the Nationals 83 wins.
Wow.
I know. Felix, can you break those three down on over and unders with those three teams really quick?
So Atlanta is probably going to win 93, between 90 and 93, something like that. They won't win that much more. The Mets, I see them as a 90-win team, unless we talk about another collapse. But we're not going to get into that. But,
Not yet. Let's wait till
not
June
yet.
and see what happens,
Yeah,
right?
not
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
It's hard. I don't understand why the Nationals are so far back. They're a pretty good team. Even though they lost Rendon, I still see. I would take the over on them, and the Phillies would be one game over 500. FYI.
All right. I can see that.
Hopefully.
All right. What's your take on Miami? Because they, believe it or not, they're better than most teams out there. They're projecting 75 wins.
That's interesting. You know, I think the NL East is going to be a lot tighter than people think it is. Obviously, I think the Mets are going to win, but I think the NL East is going to be the first team to 90. Is how it's going to break down, because, you know, you've got solid pitching on, you know, the Atlanta, solid pitching with New York. You know, Philly's got a couple of arms. The Marlins are young, and they proved that they can win some games last year, and all those guys are coming back. And they're not, and the biggest thing is, and I know we're going to talk about this later too, but these young arms are not tired from last season the way they could be. So it's going to be tight. You know, even Washington, you know, if Strasburg and Scherzer. So I think first team to 90 in the NL. So the Marlins is 75. I mean, they could get there. They could get there. You know, I mean, what's the Phillies number? What are the Phillies at? I know Felix said 81. A game over 500.
81.
Are they at 81?
Yeah.
They're about 83.
Yeah, I mean, they
why
could
not?
be.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a win.
The Phillies could be 80, 83 and 81, 82 and 80, 84 and 79, something like that. So yeah, it's going to be a tight division, that's for sure. The NL East is going to be the closest division, I think, in the National League. You know,
FYI, the Marlins sent Sixto Sanchez to AAA.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know why they would do that, but yeah.
Probably remember we talked about the contract thing, the option thing a couple weeks ago. You know, with service time could be.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Could be a service time thing.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Brandon, what do you think of the top three with the NL East right there? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I'm with all you guys. I mean, it's going to be a tight race. I got Philly at 500. So, but I think y'all's right. The first team to get to 90 is going to pull away. And the Marlins, I got them a little under what they're projected, but they are young. They get on a hot streak, and you know that's one thing with baseball. You get on a hot streak, you can turn it around really quick. So that division will be one to watch for.
Yeah, I think like the NL Central, the NL East, I think it like anything really can happen. I honestly think the Mets will win more games than Atlanta.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with 98 for the Mets.
Wow.
I feel big money. Big money.
Oh, you're betting all over the place there, huh?
I am. It's probably this free drink. I don't know.
A little too caffeinated.
Just a little. Just a little. So the Marlins are about 75. I don't know if we got your take on that, Felix. Do you think they're going to be over or under on that one?
I think they're going to go under. They got a lot of wins last year, beating up on the Phillies. Phillies, for some reason, couldn't win a game against them. It was like their kryptonite. Again, the Phillies went through a lot of stuff last year, but I don't see them winning 75. They're still young and developing. And, hey, if they do get a star, guess what? They're going to trade him. So that's just the Marlins' MO.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon, what's your take on the Marlins?
Yeah, Marlins, I got them under. You know, like Felix said, they get anybody they can build around. They ship them off as soon as they get them. So, Marlins, about 70, I think.
Okay. You will?
75. That's a tough number. They might go a little under, not much, you know, between 70 and 75 wins, but you know, they're not going to be as bad as people think and people usually suspect that they are, but they'll definitely, you know, they'll go under, but not by much.
All right. I want to say, I'm going to say they're about the same. I think it's right on for me with that one. So for me, it's hard to gauge the Marlins because they get someone good, they get traded with that one. All right, so let's go into the AL. Let's stick with the AL East here. It's kind of strange because they have New York at 94 wins, Tampa Bay at 88 wins, and Toronto is at 87 wins. Are we all in agreement with that, or what numbers would we change?
I got the Blue Jays winning. I think the Yankees are going to be strung with injuries. I actually got the Rays battling with the Boston for third and fourth. So, and then the Orioles, of course, are going to be at the bottom. So I got the Blue Jays winning. I think they're young and they got some good veterans there too. So the Yankees are always injury prone. So hopefully Blue Jays take that one.
Okay. All right, Felix, what's your take?
I think the Yankees will win 90 games, something around there.
Okay.
Tampa's going to fall. I don't think they're going to they'll be in the 80s, but I don't think it's going to be that high. It's going to be like between 80 and 85, something like that. And that's pushing it. And the Blue Jays should be up towards 90, but, 88 sounds about right. Between 85 and 90, something like that.
All right. You will?
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't change any of the numbers so that they're kind of accurate, although I think Tampa's being predicted to be a lot better than they're supposed to be. I mean, losing Blake Snell is huge for them. Losing Morton is huge for them. I mean, I know Tampa always comes up with these young guns, and they always seem to figure out, towards the end of the season. But, I mean, you can't compare a short season with Tampa to a full season, especially in this division with the Yankees and Toronto. Take Toronto in the over, take the Yankees in a slightly under, and definitely take the under with Tampa. If Tampa reaches 75, they'll be lucky this season. I honestly think so.
All right. Yeah, because I would take under on both the Yankees and Tampa and go over with Toronto on that one. And also, I can't believe they're actually predicting the Orioles to win at least 60 games, and I'm going to say they're going to be under. They're going to be
wow.
They're going to be the Pittsburgh Pirates of the American League. I think
60. That's being generous. Yeah.
Well, they got King Felix. I mean, come on.
No. I think he didn't make the team.
Oh, I probably missed that.
Yeah. Brandon, you should parlay Pittsburgh and Baltimore and go to the bank with that one. This network needs a gambling show. We need a shout out. We need a gambling show.
Wow.
Every other network has one. Why don't we? We need a gambling show. Let's put that out there.
All righty. So we're going to go to the AL Central because I think we're all in agreement with Baltimore on that one. So Chicago's at 89 wins and Detroit is at 61 wins. Brandon, this is your division.
It is going to be a tough one at the top.
They don't have the Twins there.
No, but I do. I got the Twins winning by 2 games. But it's going to be tough. I mean, if the White Sox win it, it ain't going to be a shocker to me. And then I got the Tigers, down at the bottom, about 65 wins. So
okay,
I think top 2 are going to be a battle.
Okay, so with Brandon, with the White Sox, if they win 90 games, do they win that division?
I got the Twins at 92, so no. But again, it's all on the Twins pitching staff, and if the pitchers could come around like they should, led by Maeda, I mean, it could happen. But yeah, I would say the winner of the division is going to be about 90 wins, barring any major injuries. So
okay. All right, Felix, what's your take on that with the White Sox and the Tigers?
If the White Sox could crack 85 wins, it's theirs. That's it. I mean, I wouldn't even think twice. I mean,
I like that.
It's nothing to think about. I mean, being realistic. I mean. But, yeah, it's the White Sox year to lose.
Okay.
If they don't, it's up to them.
All right, Yoel, what do you think?
All right. Well, I heard a great interview today on Mad Dog Radio with Steve Stone, who's the color analyst for the White Sox. He was talking about the White Sox, and basically his biggest emphasis was the Jimenez injury, the having that bat in the middle of the lineup go down. You know, how are the White Sox going to make up for that bat? And they've got some young guns, but it's still very unsure. Tony La Russa, he's talked to Tony La Russa. Tony La Russa said that he is more excited about this season than he's been about any season he's ever managed in baseball. So La Russa's hyped. He's ready. He's ready to take this young ball, this young ball club and really run with it. I think the White Sox can win over 90, maybe 92. I see that the Twins are 88.5. I think the Twins can win 90 as well. So I would take both those teams and go over. Detroit's going to be terrible. Kansas City's going to be in the middle, and I'm forgetting a team in that division.
Tigers.
I said Detroit, Minnesota, Kansas City, Chicago, and
Cleveland.
Cleveland, thank you. Yeah, Cleveland's not going to be any good. Whatever they're at, I would definitely go under on Cleveland. So, yeah, I think the White Sox and Twins should definitely both win over 90 games because of the weaker part of the bottom of that division.
Yep.
Although with Detroit, and even though I don't like Detroit and I think they're going to be terrible, give Hinch a little time with that team. Not this year, but maybe he develops them like he developed in Houston. AJ Hinch is back managing again, remember. So, if he could turn that Detroit team into something, but not this year, but maybe next year, So that could be something to watch.
He could turn them into garbage for the garbage.
Yes, garbage cans. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the garbage cans.
So I would have to say White Sox, they're going to be right at 90, and I don't think the Twins, they'll get in the low 80s. I will give the Twins a low 80 with that one. And Detroit, I'm going to go under on them as well with that. So we're going to take it into the NL West with that one. And
You mean the AL West?
Yeah, that one. AL West. They have Houston at 89 wins and Texas at 69 wins. And I am, you changed my heart like a couple of shows ago. And I think it's going to be the Angels, probably about at 88. Maybe the AL West could be like the shootout of this year with that one, because I think the Mariners have that chance to make it to the playoffs. I have hope. I have hope. So with that one, I'm going to start with you on this one. What do you think of Houston? Are they going to be over or under?
Houston is going to go as far as their pitching staff will take them. Does Verlander come back? When he comes back, how strong is Verlander going to be? Did he do the work? Did he do the rehab? He's married to that model. It's a Kate Upton, so it could be a little distracting if you ask me. So who knows if he did? Felix is distracted just talking about her. That type of thing. So that's going to be interesting. I would go under with Houston. I think the Angels are like at 83.5. I would go over on them. Oakland, I see here, according to Vegas Insiders, 86.5. They might go a little under. I think that's again going to be the first team to 90 wins that division. I like the Angels to do it. I think they're due. And as you said with Seattle, at the end of Shawshank Redemption, when Red says, "I hope," keep hoping, Sarge, because Seattle's not getting there. It's not getting there whatsoever.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Nate commented in saying that the Angels will get 90 wins. And he's actually putting his Rangers under at 65.
Oh, yeah. The Rangers are terrible. They're a terrible ball club.
Oh, yeah. They are. All right, Felix, what's your take with the AL West over-under?
So it's like every time you root for the Angels, right? They have a star-studded lineup. They have, the money dedicated, but they always let you down. It always something happens, and I can't take them anymore. It's to the point where it's prove it. I just can't take them anymore. So to me, it's a race between the A's and Houston. And honestly, when Verlander gets back, it all depends on him. That's where it's going to lie. And if he comes back healthy, strong, and I think it's Houston. If he doesn't, I believe it's going to be a 1-2 game race between them.
All right. Brandon, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's going to be another, I think, battle between the A's, Astros, Angels. I got the A's winning it by a couple games over the other two, but I can see the Angels, hopping in there. And for the Rangers, I got them at about 65, 66 wins, so they're down there. So, and then unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I got Seattle fourth, just under 500. So,
Ooh.
I think they might have more fans than wins this year, maybe.
Wow.
That's hard. That is really hard to do for the Mariners on that one. But I know for spring training, Mariners already broke records during the spring training. I think with the most ties in spring training, and also the most consecutive ties, 4 in a row.
And that's sad to talk about.
It's not a loss. It's not a loss.
Exactly.
Not a loss.
I'm taking it.
It's just weird hearing ties and baseball together. So
I know. I know. All right, so this kind of brings us to our next topic with that. So last year they played 60 games. And what do you guys? I'm just going to leave this as an open topic, open roundtable on this one. What are your guys' takes on the pitchers this year? What's your takes? What's going to happen?
Pitchers, I mean, the pitchers are going to be interesting because as I think we've talked about this before, they're coming off a short season.
Mm-hmm.
So are they as tired from last year? No, they're not. Has analytics helped them because of last year and everything? Yes, it has. But the pitching arm is the pitching arm. And it could go at any minute, as we've seen in Major League Baseball. The pitching motion is a very unnatural motion. When some of the best pitchers, in the league, and a Strasburg has Tommy John, a Verlander has Tommy John, Kluber had Tommy John. I mean, these are guys that are winning Cy Young awards and stuff like that, and they're getting surgeries. So, I think. It's funny, when we were growing up, were a lot of guys getting hurt the way they are now? No, but is it the conditioning? Is it? It could be a number of things, And it's funny, my dad and I always talk baseball. We had a conversation about the conditioning, and he's just amazed how the pitchers of the 60s and 70s and 80s would go 8-9 innings every 5 days like clockwork. Yep. No arm trouble, this and that. And then these kids can go 5, maybe 6 now, and then have a sore arm and not be able to pitch for 2 weeks, or this and that. So a lot of it is the conditioning that these players are going through, and I sound like an old fogey when I'm saying this. I'm sorry. But, it's just that will pitchers be able to last longer this year? Maybe. I hope so, because there's a lot of great pitchers in the league, and you really want to see them get out there and throw 7-8 innings every time they go out, So I'm hoping there's no major injuries this year and pitching really holds up because, there's some great pitchers out there, great pitchers we want to watch pitch. And, it should be a good season if these guys can hold up. So hopefully they will. And hopefully they're not as tired from last season.
So I think pitching is all based off of rhythm. If you're hot, you're hot. If you're not, you're not. And, one pitch could, change that. But I honestly think they're going to struggle in the beginning, pitchers, to get in there. They had time to prepare and rest, but again, it all depends on their work routine. Bartolo Colon used to be famous for not doing any routine, but
he had a sandwich routine, that's for sure.
The lift. It's called the lift.
he was doing one-arm curls, yeah.
But like I said, it all depends on rhythm, and it will take time to get there. No one's going to start out hot. So if you're not going to start out hot, what are you? Cold. So it'll take time, and by the time they catch up, we're going to be looking into May, June, and guess what? Hot weather. home run season. So, and the way the ballparks are built now, almost every ballpark's going to be a hitter's park. There's a lot more bad teams now than there were before. There are a lot of good teams, but the bad teams will outdo them. They'll get smashed, crushed, and ran for. So I think everyone's going to start off cold. It'll take time for the pitchers to develop, and that's just my take.
So, do you see big numbers in the first month of the season on the hitting side of baseball?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Really, because there's been a report already saying that home runs are down 19% in spring training because of the new baseballs that are out there.
Well, that's on the baseballs, but we'll see. I think that the pitchers will take longer to develop. We'll see. Like I said, it all depends on rhythm and who they're playing. If the Yankees are playing the Pirates, guess what? The Yankees are winning 20-0.
Exactly.
So that's just my take.
All right.
I mean, I think we're gonna see a lot of young guys probably shine early, and then I think it's gonna be the veterans that have been around for a while that's gonna shine later in the season. So, you might get a little mix of good pitching versus good hitting or bad hitting. I mean, but I think some of the young guns are going to go out there and, not know what to do. And, yeah, they're going to have good numbers and stuff, but then they're going to get tired quicker. And these the veterans are going to be around for a while to carry some of these teams, later on in the season. So.
Okay, that's why I was so high on the Dodgers winning this season, because they can honestly do a 6-man rotation pretty easily. Because Dustin May beat David Price out of that 5th rotation spot, and I just think it just gives the Dodgers more depth to actually combat that whole thing.
Well, Price is coming back from an injury too, or did he opt out last year?
He opted out.
Mm-hmm.
He opted out. Okay, so he's a little fresher, but. Yeah, 6-man rotation, or you got trade bait down the road if things don't go that well, or you need a hitter. So,
yeah, for all the wheels fall off for Dodgers, I think they could just trade everyone, still make a playoffs.
I don't think the wheel will fall off, but if they need a hitter down the road or something, they got Price right there. So,
don't be surprised if we see Price start pretty early, because we all know how Kershaw tightens up very easily. So you're getting a lefty for a lefty. So they have that lefty security blanket in the bullpen. I wouldn't mind that on my ball club. That's a nice little security blanket to have.
Definitely.
Well, to have their rotation, I think 30 other teams would love to have that rotation. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They were talking today about how most of the Dodgers bench could start on basically every other ball club.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So with the next topic, we're going to actually stick with the Dodgers. I know we gave our World Series predictions last week. I know that. But the big thing is, can the Dodgers actually defend their title? Can they defend their title this year? And what will it take for them to defend their title?
All right, well,
go ahead and go.
Right, oh, no, okay. No, go ahead, Brandon. You go.
Health. I mean, yeah, they got 6 solid starters. One's in the bullpen, so they don't have to make that call that much to the minor leagues, and they can rely on their staff they have and the hitters they have. Yeah, they can repeat. I mean, I had the hot take that they're going to break a record, so I might be eating a humble pie in April, or not April, October, but I think they're going to repeat. I think they're going to have a, solid team all year long, barring any major injuries. But
yeah, I like humble pie. I think I started the humble pie during the debates with that one. Looks like you all kind of froze up right there. So Felix, I'm going to let you take this one. What's your take? Can they do it? Oh, yep. Nate, there you go. I'm going to be Rob Wilds here, Nate. You're a little late on that one.
I don't think they're going to repeat. They again, injuries every year you hear about Kershaw getting hurt. That's Jansen. I don't even know if he's going to be that good this year. He sort of fell apart last year. So yeah, they got starting pitching. But again, everyone's going to catch up to them. And I have them winning their division, but I still think that they can't beat the Yankees. I think the Yankees have their number this year if they meet in the World Series, which is my prediction.
Oh, really? Even with all the injuries that they have with Judge and Stanton?
They'll be back.
They'll be back. They say that every year, like a typical Cowboys fan.
Well, I mean, where's the Cowboy fan? I'm still, but funny thing, you just brought up the MLB draft a couple years ago. I was at a casino playing a poker tournament, and the MLB draft was on. I'm like, oh, my Phillies are up, and I'm like, I see Aaron Judge's name coming up. I'm like, I don't know who he is, but last name, whatever, cool. And my Phillies take someone very dear, close to your heart, Sarge.
Uh-oh.
J.P. Crawford. And thank you for taking him off our hands. Thank you for the bum Gene Segura. That, we're hoping the contract just ends. But and thank you for taking Carlos Santana off of us and giving him back to Cleveland. So, but funny stat, just something that I remembered when that happened. And hey, if the Phillies would have got him, guess what? Bryce would probably be somewhere else.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
That's true. That is true. So,
well, if they would have taken Judd, I mean, you guys signed Bryce. I mean, that's
what I'm saying. We wouldn't have got Bryce.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, money's no object to baseball teams, so to have Bryce and Judge in the same outfield, that would have been a killer. No, it wouldn't have happened, but
yeah, we would dedicate the money somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, Judge, that would have been a steal.
Yeah.
But again, another poor draft by the Phils.
Twins have been down that road too, so I feel you.
Another thing that's going on is a couple years ago, the Astros took I forget his first name, Appel, first overall pick. So he sort of fell off, and he's starting for the Phillies now. He's in their minor league system.
Yeah,
so
and Mike
kids.
Appel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I just read a story on that. Yeah.
So he's coming back. So hopefully he pans out. Unlike Vince Velasquez, who, we call him 3 innings. So for a starting pitcher. So
sorry about that, guys. So CPU crapped out on me.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. All right. So with the White Sox, do we think that? And Nate says, "Oh, look, a kitty." Okay, Nate.
Brandon's cat. Yeah,
my
Brandon's
cat.
cat.
The monster.
Late on that.
Did I miss the Dodgers?
Yeah. I want to hear your take on that. Like, can they?
All right.
What are we gonna take?
To repeat as a champion is one of the hardest things to do in sports, as we all know. Okay, so now the target is on your back. The Dodgers for years were trying, got closer and closer and closer. They finally won the World Series. They won the World Series in a shortened season, in a 60-game season. Yeah, I don't put an asterisk. They won. They won fair and square, but it was a shortened season on a neutral field. Okay, so for now, the Dodgers have to win not only in their home stadium, but on the road. If depending on who has home field advantage, they got to travel. The pressure of repeating a title is tough. Can they? Yeah, as Brandon said, if they stay healthy, if they have no mishaps during the year, of course. But, playoff time, you get tight when we want to repeat. It's tough. So, would I bet on them repeating? No, I don't think they're going to repeat. It's as I said, it's one of the hardest things to do. So, can they? Yeah, they can. Will they? No, they will not repeat.
What do you think the odds are of them repeating? Like Vegas.
I don't
odds.
know.
Like plus 1,000.
I don't know if it's that low. I'm curious at that.
It would have to be
Vegas
more actually
odds
if you
for
think about it.
Dodgers to
'Cause
win World
look how
Series.
much better the Padres got.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at Vegas Insider. Vegas has them at plus 350, which is 7-2. Yeah, to win.
The
To win
World
the
Series.
Series, plus 350.
Oh yeah, I had to stay away from that. That's
Yeah, I wouldn't bet that. You know, there are some decent odds here. The White Sox are plus 900. That's not a bad number if you think about it.
to win the World Series.
Yeah, the Yankees are plus 550. The White Sox are plus 900, and then the Mets and Braves are plus 1,000. I put a couple.
Yeah.
I put a couple bucks on the Mets and Braves at plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last game to actually repeat was a three-peat for the Yankees back in the 98, 99, 2000. So
Right.
Yeah, that's when they spent all the money.
Yeah. They
Oh,
spent
yeah.
all the money. No, but no one's repeated since. So
no,
Right.
no.
Phillies almost did.
They
The
almost
Yankees
did.
stopped them.
Yeah. No.
So with,
Damn
with
it,
re-
Yankees.
So with repeating, what do you guys say is the hardest part probably to repeat a championship in on that one? I would have to say baseball in general, because you're playing 162 games. I mean, a lot is riding on that. With that, what's your guys taking on that?
throughout all sports, or just so we talking baseball?
Like between the four major sports,
I'd say football's the hardest.
football.
Yeah, they've only done it 8 times, so
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I get it. Baseball, you got 162 games you got to stay healthy for, but there's also more days that you can rest and sit players to get them healthy. So football, you're playing, you lose 2-3 games early, you ain't repeating. So
Yep, and Nate's correct. The Rangers are the Buffalo Bills of the MLB. They have repeated World Series losses on that one.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
So,
To
yeah,
me,
you got to get 4 in a row though.
yeah, exactly. To me, the hardest. I mean, basketball is the easiest, as it's been proven. So basketball is definitely the easiest. To me, the hardest is for the greatest trophy in all of sports, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It is the
Oh,
hardest,
yeah.
so hard to repeat in hockey because that puck, as we've seen, can bounce any way, any which direction. Anything can happen in a hockey game. I mean, I love Game 7, but to me, there's nothing better than a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
yeah.
It is just, it is on the edge of your seat all 3 periods and then some. Who knows? So, yeah. I mean, it's hard to repeat in football and baseball, but hockey, it's to me, it's the hardest.
yeah.
I believe the Red Wings repeated. Were the last hockey team to repeat, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was-
back in their glory days.
Back in the 90s, right? Yeah.
The 90s.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees in the 90s for baseball, and the Patriots for football.
Right.
So, but to be honest with you, look who won it in hockey last year. What was it?
Tampa.
The Blues?
Tampa.
Tampa. So, and the year before that, it was the Blues. So,
Mhm.
an 8 seed could win. 8 seeds not. It's crazy. NCAA tournaments. Like, when do you see an NCAA team repeat?
Right.
So, all numbers are staggering, but I think baseball is honestly the hardest sport to repeat. If your money's not right, if your team's hurt, you have an off season, it's tough because you have 162 games. Hockey, you have 82, I believe, right? Something like that.
Something like that,
Basketball,
yeah.
you have 82. Football, you have 17 now. Was 16,
Yeah.
now you have 17. So, yeah, I think baseball is the hardest because if you have a down season, on top of that, you have 162 games to play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
The
Well,
Pittsburgh Penguins were the last to repeat in hockey.
Yeah, I just looked that up.
2016, 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we don't say Pittsburgh in Philly. We call them, we say we started with an S and then an H, and then you can finish the rest.
do you know Pittsburgh's the only city that have all their major sports teams wear the same colors?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
No,
How stupid is that? I mean, come
I
on.
never thought about that.
Didn't
Yeah,
even think about that. Yeah.
That's
Well,
why I hate.
they only have 3. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate that city so much. I mean, I have no love for Pittsburgh, but that's besides the point. Except for Primanti brothers, those guys were okay, But besides that, we're getting way off track. Go ahead, Sarge. I'm sorry.
No worries. It has come to that time. We are about to continue our Mount Rushmore. We're doing the shortstops tonight, but before we do that, Brandon has a stat for us to try to figure out.
All right.
Brandon, stat of the day.
So, we're talking shortstop. So, obviously, I have to go with the streak. So, and it's funny, looking it up, I got 3 numbers. Well, I don't know if they're really numbers, but how many guys do you think started at either shortstop or third during the streak? For other teams, total.
You're talking about Cal Ripken's streak, right?
Yep, Cal Ripken streak, yep.
How many guys started?
I should say played, not just started. It was played.
Well, you got A-Rod. You got Cal. You got
Well, no, you're talking about in the major leagues in general.
Yeah, and combined. Who started? Combined at short and third. I mean,
it's got to be at least 3,000 ball players.
You're under by quite a bit. It was 781. And then did you?
781?
781 players have played those
Holy
positions.
cow.
And did you guys know that streak could have been 29 games earlier if Cal Ripken didn't sit out a doubleheader, the second game of a doubleheader?
wow.
He had 29 game streak before a doubleheader the night before he started the streak.
Wow.
And then Roy Halladay's debut was the day that he started the streak.
Wow.
Do you guys have any idea who Cal Ripken replaced to start the streak and who replaced Cal Ripken?
What year did the streak start?
It started in 82, May 30th, 1982, and it went until September 19th, 1990.
I should know who replaced him.
It's not JJ Hardy.
No.
Did he replace Doug DeSensei?
No, he replaced Floyd Rayford at third.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ryan Meyer replaced him at third to end the streak.
When he went to.
Yep. So.
Wow.
So that's the streak, guys.
Does that include the? I guess that doesn't include the streak because I know in 2001 when the All-Star game was in Seattle, he switched with another player so he was at third base.
Yeah, his last All-Star game, he didn't A-Rod push him back over to short?
Yeah, he was voted in at third, and he swapped with A-Rod.
Yeah. And then actually another fun fact is during the streak, Cal Ripken from June 5th, 1982 to September 14th, 87 played every single inning. So he had the longest inning streak going during the streak. Guy put in some work.
That number will never even be remotely touched ever again. Not even close. Not even close.
No.
It's a shame though.
Yeah. All right. So now it's time to roll out our Mount Rushmore for shortstops. And Felix, I'm going to give you the floor on this one. What's your Mount Rushmore? Is Jimmy Rollins there somewhere?
Jimmy Rollins.
You got to put J-Roll on there just because, best Philly shortstop of all time. Got to give him his due. Then I'm going to go with Barry Larkin. I saw him play. He was amazing. Ozzie Smith. Can't go wrong with that. And then how do you not put Jeter on there? I mean, you have to. You gotta praise greatness, and that's my Rushmore. I didn't want to put A-Rod on there because again he switched from third to short. And I know we talked about Ripken too, but I like J-Roll more. Booyah!
Represent.
Yeah, all right, UL. Who's your place?
All right. Well, To me, Derek Jeter's number one. Derek Jeter, his numbers are amazing. If you look at his numbers, I think he retired with a 310 batting average, 3,400 hits. I mean, you look up the word clutch and you see him. He was just clutch constantly. So Jeter's number one. I loved watching Ozzie Smith. Was just the wizard. Was just amazing in the field. Incredible. Could make a play from any spot in that infield. Hell, he would go out to the outfield sometimes too. So Ozzie Smith. Barry Larkin, Barry Larkin was kind of underrated if you ask me. I know he made the Hall of Fame pretty quick, but he was underrated. He was a lot better than even people have talked about. And I got to go with Cal. To play that position. He was the first of the new generation of big shortstops. The shortstop was always little guys like Pee Wee Reese and Phil Rizzuto, guys of that man. He started those 6'2", 6'3" shortstops and started that whole trend of the shortstop position we have now, And to me, A-Rod will always be looking up because he cheated, plain and simple. And if you cheat and get caught, sorry, you're at the bottom of the mountain. So screw you, A-Rod.
Oh, sounds like a Rob Wild take there.
I despise him. I think he is so he's just terrible, and he's even worse on television. He's even worse on television. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, it's just sad that guy had all the talent coming up from Seattle and had to ruin it.
I know. I mean, and to play in the same city as Griffey, who played clean and put up solid numbers, who was a solid guy, and to play in the same city and to go the complete opposite way, and to just be a money-hungry SOB to take that money to Texas. I lost all respect for him then. And then when he cheated and whatever, and then he went hunting for a ring, he's all, I'll go to the Yankees, get myself a ring. Big deal, man. You suck. Screw him.
Rob Wild on the first count.
And that's how we bring it on Tuesdays.
Eat that Thursday night full count.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, the minor leagues.
I heard.
All
right, Brandon. What's your take? Who's your?
Well, I mean, three of the guys I'm going to name are obvious. I mean, Cal Ripken for sure, Ozzie Smith, and Derek Jeter. I think are three of the finest shortstops ever. For me, though, my number four, I got to go with the hometown guy, Gary Gagne. I'm sorry. He's another one that made those throws from anywhere on the field, short, left field, out in center field. I mean, when he was on the move, behind third base. So my number four is Gagne.
Okay. All right. So with mine, I got to go with number one, Cal Ripken, because I honestly, that's like still in my mind when he broke that number, that streak number, and that big celebration that they had and everything else. He's number one for me. Then with that, I have to go with Derek Jeter, even though I did not like the Yankees, like at all whatsoever. But he was the captain, aka the captain. So I got to give him major respect for that one. Ozzie Smith, the wizard. You cannot go wrong with that. I mean, doing backflips. I mean, come on. Then one guy that you guys did say, Omar Vizquel. I thought he would be on my Mount Rushmore with that because I thought he was just terrific with the glove.
He was a great fielder, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just couldn't fathom just not put him on there. So with that one,
he's borderline Hall of Fame. He's borderline because he was such a great fielder, but I don't think his bat stacks up. But he's borderline.
Yeah.
Now, if it wasn't for the streak, would Cal Ripken be in the Hall of Fame? Because I mean, he was a great fielder, but his stats were borderline. I mean,
well, I mean, he's got one ring.
Yeah.
But if you play for that long, that consistency, I mean, yeah. But I mean, the streak definitely put him in, for sure. But I mean, you played that long, that consistently. Even if you took a game off here and there, you still would have had that consistent control. All those all-stars, all this, all that. So yeah, he probably still would have made it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, guys, we are actually out of time. I thought we had a great night tonight, just talking, just over unders about the Dodgers, and I mean, we're gonna have more topics next Tuesday. And if you guys like this show, tune into the Thursday night Full Count, because it's opening day that night. I don't know what they have planned or whatsoever. I bet it's gonna be something special. So I hope all of you guys from ASAP Network, everyone, have a good night. Sarge out.
Woo! Woo!
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.